What's up, everybody? How are you on a Sunday? Wait till we get a few more people in, see how things are going. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Woo! Announce yourself in the chat when you get in. How you doing today? We're about to have a little conversation. What's up, man? Book of Rhymes. Woo! We're gonna have a nice little conversation nobody likes to talk about. Oh yeah. The question is, does your environment excuse you from being a lady? Ooh, Aqua Dragon, what's up? Be more stand up. Enjoying a nice scotch and a nice cigar. Lolita Gore, hello. How you doing, love? Woo. Gonna do some fine smoking and joking. Smoke on a few, baby. See, we're gonna get into it real quick. One, I don't give a damn what environment you come from. I don't give a damn what your circumstances are. That most certainly does not excuse you from being a lady. Don't worry, we're gonna do part two later tonight about the guys. But right now, we're gonna focus on the ladies. I've heard many of statements by good cigar. I've heard many of statements by curmudgeonous ladies or women or bitches, but you have to realize one thing. You can't say that black men aren't this, the men in the world are that. Does that still excuse you from being a lady? Does that excuse you from being feminine? Quite frankly, no, it does not. No, it does not. Do you still have to be a great second in command? The softer, Red Bird, what's up? The softer, the feminine, the supportive sex? Yes. There's no reason, none at all, when you have been in tune with your femininity all your life for you to act like a heathen, act like a whore. Hell no. You shouldn't be fighting in the middle of the streets, cussing and carrying on like Popeye the Sailor. That's not ladylike. You're supposed to be the greatest teacher, but what have the last few generations have taught? What have we been taught? You got chicks out here talking about they don't cook, they don't clean, but they still obtain a ring. That's not reality. But what does that gain you? Has that gained you stability in relationships? Are your kids growing more intellectual by the day? Or do we celebrate ignorance? I've heard the bald eagle Cynthia G talk about the men aren't building, the men aren't building. Does that keep you from being a woman? Does that keep you from does that keep you from being a lady? Oh, but the men, they don't do this. Does that stop you from being a lady? Stop using the bullshit excuses that I've heard time and time again. The reason why I'm not nice is because of these niggas out here. No, you're not nice because you're a fucking surly person. Just keep it as that. You're not nice because you have a destructive way about you. You're not nice because I can't build with you. You're non supportive. You're more detrimental to me and any other man than white supremacy itself, racism itself, prejudice itself. As soon as I want to grow, guess what? Here you come with that chainsaw cutting down the tree. Can't let it grow. Can't let it grow. Well, my child's father is not in his or her life. Does that excuse you from being a lady, a mother? It is up to you to try to build that bridge and that bond with that child's father. But let's back up a little bit. Did you give your child the best possible father? Does that excuse you from that occupation, that job, that duty? Give me a woo if you can hear me right now. Why? Oh, why do you think the littlest shit can excuse you? Smoking on this nice little ash that's handmade and imported. But why do you think that can excuse you? Because accountability is a four-letter word. You want to blame somebody else for the downtrodden. You want to blame somebody else for the condemned and degradation of the community. Instead of saying, I have a problem. And remember, how you look at your problem determines how long you stay in it and what happens afterwards. But yet, you failed. You failed to understand and comprehend why you need to be in that ladylike state. Because you support core culture, you're making it hard for not only yourself, but your daughters, granddaughters, and future generations to be married, to be in successful relationships. because you failed to be a lady. Ooh, chaos, what's up? Because you failed to be a lady, remember, you're the first teacher. You taught your daughter to put a price tag on her vagina. Because you failed, you taught your daughter not to see a man's character as valuable, but only what's in his wallet. I like to quote my man of the hour right now, Kakashi. Those who break the rules are scum, but those who refuse to help a friend are beneath scum. I am willing to break rules to help a true blue friend. But guess what? Are you worth breaking those rules for? Do I see value in something that doesn't see me at all? Let's ponder that good shit. You can't blame your ex boyfriends. You can't blame your children's fathers. You can't blame your ex husbands because you picked the motherfuckers. You didn't take time. You didn't seek wiser counsel. You didn't vet. You just wanted what you wanted. And then when things go to hell, you want to take the accountability from yourself, the responsibility away from self, and then tell us, for some odd reason, I'm a victim. But you know what the truth is? The truth is like this, right there in the fucking heart, looking at you. Just plowing away in your ass. That's how the truth is going to strike you. But when that boy who should have been with his father, who you should have bent over backwards to make sure they have a great relationship, because you know nothing of what manhood entails, but because you were checking out your career and or trying to get a check, you could give a damn. You didn't give a shit because it was all about you. You didn't even want to be a lady. You wanted to be you wanted to be the curmudgeonous bitch that you proud of just to prove a point. Your child's failed. Are you happy? Your daughters are going through an identity crisis. Are you happy? Are you teaching your children to outpace you? Are you teaching your children to be great? But y'all don't hear me though, great teachers, first teachers. You know what the shameful part of it is? The shameful part of it is that other women will concede for your fuckery. And I'm not even a woman bashing sexist, but I've learned that it's very hard to give women even the great ones. It's very hard unless that woman is in tune like a motherfucker to call you out on your bullshit. So yes, men, we got to live by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. But you're supposed to take kid gloves to a goddamn adult to probably one of the most quotation marks educated adults who ever existed. But you got to remember, nut check time. Boom. Right there. Boom. Reality hits you right there in the nuts. Or ovaries for the ladies. But yet, y'all, for some goddamn reason, want these excuses. Just like Cynthia. Oh, the black man ain't building. Does that stop you? Did that stop you for being a lady? Does that hinder you in some point of being feminine? Let's talk truths. Are you encouraging the men to build? Are you supportive of their building? The answer is no. Let's just call a spade a spade. You're addicted to drama. You don't give a damn, but you want to reap the benefits. It's one thing if you're a woman who's on a guy's ass because you know that guy is great and you see the potential in him. That's totally different. But to shit on him just for the sake of putting yourself up and downgrading him, no, I can't. I can't go with that. Well, we have to be tough because of the environment. No, you don't. I wish you stopped fucking lying. I truly do. It's not like I don't live in the same damn communities you do, grew up the same damn way as you do. You wouldn't know how to be cordial if it hit you like the goddamn power of Grayskull. Thunderbolts striking you right there in the crack of your ass. As soon as a guy says hello, you look nice. Ah, not even ladylike. But how many times have we fellas heard? How many times do we hear we're not protected? If you think if you think they're not protected, everybody listening, if you think that's bullshit, put that some bullshit in the chat. Because if anything, I would deduce that you're overly protected. If anything, you're so protected that you live in a fucking bubble, a force field, even. You are protected not only from reality, you're you're distorted from it. The saddest, and I do mean the saddest part about it, is that every time you get these men who hear your excuses, become better men in the process, you're not great fathers. You're not there for your children. If a man's going back and forth to get custody and fighting you tooth and nail to see your children, a bad father that does not make. If that father is having a better lifestyle and wants the child to live with him permanently, but you're fighting him tooth and nail, a bad father that does not make. See, we allow these so called females to lie and never be accountable for their own actions. To never have to grow up like a goddamn Peter Pan syndrome. Never face reality. Excuse me while I pour this VSOP cognac, folks. The good shit. We never allowed them to see, to comprehend the immortal fuck shit. The part of destruction they play. But they want you to constantly ignore that it takes two to make it right, and it takes two to make it wrong. See, I'm one of those people who will tell a man that nothing excuses him for being such. I'm one of those men who will tell you, look, you got to be on your best bullshit. There's no excuse for that. There's none. But as soon as you're doing it to women, you're sexist. You're one of those guys who think it should be like the 50s. Well, women were at their happiest during the 50s and the 40s. Yeah. But because you got into your, oh, we need feminism now. Call upon feminism like you're calling upon one of the fucking Megazords or something from Power Rangers. How are you doing now when it comes to terms of being happy? How does it come to terms when you got to pay all the bills? Aquavision, who the fuck is this guy? Can one of the moderators time this fool out, please? What's up, Iori? Ooh. What happens? I love it. I feel like I made it big time. I got a troll. I wonder why these trolls come over here when you. Okay, just block them. I don't give a shit. guns free. If they saying some stupid shit, just point it out to me. Then we'll talk about them. Then we'll hide them. But it's a damn shame that when you're talking about some real issues, the trolls come. It's a damn shame when you want to build a society that's proper and poised. You can't do it without the men. You damn sure can't do it without the women. But I bet you that's one of those guys who suffers from being born of a ratchet single mother. Hold on for 1 minute. Come back in for. Hopefully you can hear me again. But yet, I'm trying to prevent this destruction by people. I'm trying to help you learn something that most of us had to fucking fall on our faces to learn. How many times do we have to go through this bullshit of there's no excuse that keeps you from being a lady? Agents of Chaos, that's about it. And I ain't talking about that nigga Chaos Rain. See, you gotta look at it. The more you have people disrupting shit, the more you pretty much got embarrassed them to make a Mac right again. The more we need to actually focus and renew our resolve. Should we congratulate the ladies who are doing it the right way? Hell yes. I've never said it's all women because I know people who are my subscribers and viewers are actually quite intelligent enough to know that I don't mean that. What's going on is that it's too many who are poisoning the next generation. We can have 10 great women and 25 not so great women. When they reproduce, you're looking at 20 people versus 50 people. If it was the other way around, it wouldn't be so bad. So when they reproduce, they're going to be the closest to that child. They're going to influence and have the most influence on the next generation than anyone. Those are the people who are going to be begging. Officer Faulkner, Professor Gray, do y'all still have that Gray Faulkner initiative? We'll be like, yes, we still do. You can utilize it. But we're going to have to solve the problem that we already have pending. See, the community cannot take with so many single mothers, especially since the community has gotten away from Woo! Especially since the community has gotten away from being communal. One thing COVID had the stone cold pleasure of doing is showing you how independent you truly aren't. Proving to you that I don't give a damn how many degrees you got. Boom, you out of a job. Do you truly have a community? At least, even with birds, at least birds of feathers flock together. Right now, too many of you looking like clipped fucking pigeons at the wings. But you don't need a man till the kids get overruly. You don't need a man till you hear a sound in the downstairs from a break in. You don't need a man till you need some logical thinking. But too many men are smartening up and said we're not going to become your ATMs. Either you value us as living, breathing human beings with feelings, emotions, and logic, or don't value me at all. See, in the words of Kevin Samuels, well, if you like him or not, men are the buyers. If you're selling something that's faulty, we'll keep our wallets in our pockets. I'm actually giving a lot of women game right now who need it. But I know majority of the ladies who follow me already got it. For those who need it, you need to understand something. Would you marry you? Would you date you? What can you do in a man's life that will benefit him? Because you already know if you approach a guy who's about something, who is actually competitive, industrious, you already know what he could do. So the question doesn't fall on him, it falls on you. Are you worth the trouble that you are going to be? Or are you going to be an asset? I'm going to put the link in the chat room for anybody who wants to make a comment, anybody who wants to debate what I'm saying. This is Sunday. I have my cigar, my drink, so if anybody got a little rumble, they could come with it. If anybody wants to add the 2 cents, they can come. Oh yes, by the way, I do love my anime and my cartoons, so anybody doesn't like it, fuck them. But we all like it though. What's up, Aqua?
Sir Charles, what's up? Woo!
Woo!
You know what, man? Hey, this is a real good topic, man. You know what? I was talking to a black woman at work a few months ago, right? She was like one of the
Mhm.
main reasons. I mean, she had a somewhat a valid point. Main reason why black women way are because the conditions we was put in. You know, what I'm saying to make us act a certain way outside of our natural selves, based on the condition and the situations. For example, when they kicked the man out of the house, right, and only the woman was only in the house, she had to take on both roles, her role in the masculine role. And when a woman takes on the masculine role for too long, she produces more testosterone, and that builds up. And then when she has a daughter, it carries on to her. You dig what I'm saying? So there is a reason why. they like that from the start, but at the same time, we have enough information to know this and to go back to our normal selves. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that, based on the system and how things were set up for us to fail XYZ. But they say, but once you realize that it was all bullshit, you should train yourself to go back to your natural self. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so it should be no excuse nowadays in 2020 while black women still have to be masculine, you know.
Even back then, when they kicked the man out of the house,
Uh-huh.
nobody told you to accept the benefits. I can understand that some needed it, but it should have been a temporary fix.
True.
It shouldn't be, I don't need a man, I don't need this, because guess what? A lot of these chicks who were welfare recipients went to college.
Uh-huh.
They received benefits that men, even to this day, is unheard of. But
Right.
once you got on that feet, you started to look at the men and their positions and their gender as adversarial.
Uh-huh.
And once you look at them as an adversary, there's no way in hell you can look at them as an ally. What they successfully have done is made it a cold war against the man and the woman.
Uh-huh.
And the ultimate losers are the kids.
Right.
I mean, look at it now. You got this gender fluid shit, which is code for you have an excuse for not being a man or woman.
Uh-huh.
You have an excuse for not being a lady because you're chasing too much masculine energy.
Yeah.
You have an excuse for not being a man because you're chasing too much goddamn feminine energy.
Yes. Yes.
See, that's what all this shit really is coded by. I don't give a damn if a motherfucker's gay or lesbian. Does that stop you from being a man or woman?
No, it don't.
Who you in the bedroom with is none of my business.
Right.
But you being a man or woman, that does not excuse you for us, especially in black culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a friend of mine who's gay. She even joked, if I gotta populate this motherfucker, we keeping a black race. If I gotta do it by my own by myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of this gender fluidity and all this shit they're trying to teach is shit that we as people need to understand.
Uh-huh.
That we have a lot of people who's looking for and benefiting off of our downfall.
And me piggyback on that, Charles, because earlier I was on Fantastic Live today, and I was telling him, like I said, I don't got no problem with Pookie and Ray Ray Educated Lane. I have a problem with ignorant niggas. Black men and black women. Because you can be a Pookie and Ray Ray and be have a good heart. You can be an educated lame and be ignorant ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? See, the reason why we act this way because it was manufactured. Think about it. When we act savage and ghetto and ratchet, the stereotypical black people, people don't respect us much, and that also makes it harder for us to get things or people take us seriously and want to be around as far as like do businesses with us. You know what I'm saying? Versus when you act the way they act, my else act, which will get them what they want, they be like, "Oh my God, you're a coon. You're acting white." Or the system might be like, "Oh my God, this is a black man who's smart. We can't have this. Let's put him back down to the ignorant nigga level." You see what I'm saying? So we didn't naturally was born wanting to be ghetto and Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the environment we was put in, and the psychological manifestation that was put on us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we like that, and that's not how we're supposed to be. If you look at other races, including Africans, they don't act like this, like us, on that same extent. So that should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be black and be for your people without being ignorant. You see what I'm
See,
saying? You can do all about
see,
being ignorant.
see. This is the reason why I disagree with a lot of shit that Mr. Reed Richards over there try to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Who decided what's a Pookie and a Ray Ray?
You say who decided Pookie and Ray Ray?
Who decided what's a Pookie and a Ray Ray?
Damn. You know what? That's a good question. I think it's very subjective because some people say Pookie and Ray Ray are the stereotypical black man. Then some people say Pookie and Ray Ray is all black men in the eyes of the the dominant society, whatever. Or
Because,
some people say Pookie and Ray Ray are those who come from the hood. So go ahead.
because number one, let's fact check shit for a second.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of our scholars came from where?
I don't
The
know.
hood. The
The
hood.
hood. Okay. Okay.
A lot of our great inventors came from poverty.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of our greatest minds came from poverty.
Right. Of course.
So when you have this Pookie and Ray Ray argument, you're going to tell me that Pookie and Ray Ray, and notice there's no definitive answer to what's a Pookie and Ray Ray. They're using racist white talking points, but ergo, Chaos and myself has actually played a tape when he was kissing white ass. And when he was kissing that white ass, these are the same motherfuckers who will tell you that black men overall are unproductive. How can I be unproductive when you have a fucking economic and financial advantage over me?
Mm-hmm.
And even if you had the advantage, but you don't keep it fair, that's some bullshit. So you're looking at a guy like Stragtastic or Fantastic or Not So Fantastic or the laundry detergent Fantastic, whatever the fuck you want to call himself.
Okay.
Has he ever looked up historical facts of why you have this so-called stereotypical black male?
Well, on his panel, he was agreeing with me, but when I said how it was created, and but and from that point, I said that we had the ability to not continue the agenda, but still be black men without being, the negative part that keeps us down. So we did say that after we.
The reason why you're kept down is not because of a is not because it's not because of a negative stereotype. It's because of economics and opportunity.
True. That's true also. That's true also. And you know what though, Charles? Back in the day, like during like the civil rights era, our elders, even because of course they was in the same situation we was, but worse because of civil rights. They found a way to make their own money. They found a way. Say, you know what? They ain't gonna give it to us. Let's make a way. You know what I'm saying? And they made a way. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? That was our economic base back in the day, but of course it got burned down by the system. But yeah, so we did found a way. You know what
So
I'm saying? To make that fun.
did the black people destroy? Has any time in the history of America have black people ever destroyed their own financial upbringing?
Uh, I'm gonna say
No.
yes. No. Okay.
You got to realize this.
Mhm.
Did black people kill Black Wall Street?
No. Of course they did.
Did black people bring drugs into the community?
They definitely didn't do that.
Did black people enslave themselves?
We definitely didn't do that. Even though they
Did
said we
black
were sold from the Africans. But go ahead.
We were sold from Africans, but to them, they didn't think slavery was the same shit that everybody had slaves, but it wasn't the same type of slavery we were going to go through. You
Right.
still had rights as a human being. You still kept your religion. You still kept your name. You still kept your house. And after 10 years, and remember, you had to live with the family as the family. And after 10 years, they would have to give you land and your own place to live. Did we put Jim Crow upon ourselves? No. So how the fuck, if I'm gonna, if How the fuck can I act when someone else has influenced it? Now, when I say does when I use these things because later on tonight I'm gonna have unbecoming of a man too.
Hmm.
See, that's something you can help.
Yeah,
I may not be the most intelligent motherfucker on YouTube, but I could hold my own.
yeah, yeah.
And see, that's the point that he does not put into perspective. See, you like me is from Baltimore. We
Hmm.
pretty much invented redlining.
Yeah,
You go on one side of Greenmount, houses could be worth $100,000. Another
yeah,
side of Greenmount, they could be worth 3 to 4 or $500,000.
yeah.
And you're only one street divided. How the
That's the
fuck
same
is
as
that?
that same as my neighborhood. Like you can go on one part of Erndale, Garrison, Liberty Heights. You got nice
Mm-hmm.
houses. Other part you got like project looking buildings and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When there's an institutional fact against me and strategies against me,
Mhm.
how the fuck can I pursue?
And you know what, Charles, and you're right because with the conditioning, which includes the economic, you know what I'm saying, hardships and all that, that that push us to do savage stuff because we don't have options that can help us that won't seem bad. So don't the only option we got is A B. We don't got option C. Well, option C is the option that will help us, at the same time not put us behind bars and not hurt anybody. But if you take away option C and you got A and B, it's like I gotta survive. So it's somewhat not our fault. I will say that. You
I
know what I'm
mean, I'm
saying?
not saying that you're gonna prostitute or you're gonna do this,
Yeah,
but when you put people in desperate situations, they're
yeah.
gonna take desperate measures.
Of course, of course.
Look what happened to white people and gangs in New York when they closed the factories and kept people from working. What did they do? They got in the streets and rumbled.
Mm.
What happened when you had the 20s and 30s with prohibition? Them Jewish, them Italian, and them Irish fucking gangs shot the fuck out of each other.
Hmm.
But they want to bring up the violence of Chicago. But they don't bring up Al Capone. They celebrate him.
Hmm. Yeah, and
So
that's
every
how the
time,
media.
no,
I'll
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I'm
Go
saying
ahead.
that's how the media. That's how the media is, man. Like the media will only show only one group of people doing these things and make it seem like we're the only ones that do it, but they want to sweep everything else under the rug, and they want to display that if almost anybody put in a situation, they'll most likely be the same thing. So of course, what I'm saying, other people not doing it as much because they're not in that same situation or they're not in the same shoe. You know what I mean?
Hmm. It's very easy to go pick and choose who the fuck I am versus where the fuck I am.
Yeah,
So if I put you on a desert island, are you going to be a multi-millionaire or are you going to be worried about surviving?
surviving, of course.
So when I hear Fantastic and others speak on Pookie and Ray Ray, nigga, do we have the economy right now that could separate Pookie and Ray Ray? But those are the same motherfuckers who will look down and say, hey, I'm better than this person for some fucking intangible reasons. He's in the Navy. I don't know if he's reserves or what, or for active duty. You have a
Hmm.
government system to prop you up. Now, how come you didn't get other brothers to come in there like the Gray Falcon Initiative does?
But Charles, I'm gonna keep it a million. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this. Everything you said is true, and I agree. And here's the conservative side of me, because I'm a little bit of both. I'm not just one sided. right now in 2020, because if you go on Instagram, you see, because I see there's a lot of black businesses that's like growing fast in Baltimore, right? Of course, around the country too. But in Baltimore, we got so many black businesses. They hiring black people. So my thing is, with all the knowledge we got, we have the ability to not continue the agenda. We have the ability to say, okay, all right, it happened this way, and this what happened to us. Let's find a way to, rebuild our community, do positive things, open up black businesses, spend with each other so we can make our economic grow. So that way people won't have to resort to certain things or, saying, because we have our own to depend on. So my thing is, instead of keep patronizing these foreign businesses, let's patronize black businesses, what I'm saying? So we can, put money in their pocket, employ us, and we take some of that money to fix our streets up, to fix our schools up. Like we have the ability to help ourselves, Charles, because all the money we spend every year on a bunch of bullshit, we talking about trillions of dollars.
You
We
gotta
take that
remember.
same money, huh?
You gotta remember this one fact, man.
Go ahead.
Is that you gotta remember this one fact? Is that number one? No man and no system is a country among himself.
Okay.
So eventually, you're gonna have to branch out. Eventually, you're gonna have to do things that are out the book. Are we gonna have to network with other people eventually? Yes, to
Yeah, of
become a
course.
big shot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Of course.
at the same time, I'll take for instance, since you're familiar with Baltimore, you're a resident of Baltimore like I am. Look at the Squeegee Boys.
Yeah.
Is it a good business plan?
Yes, because it's a start. It keeps them from doing selling drugs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Think about
Yeah.
it. You got a LLC right there.
Hmm.
So when you when you actually look at it, how many brothers who are in business or in banking can teach them how to be a LLC? Give them loans to get like one of those vans where they could get a water pump, not only wipe your windows, clean your cars, and do it, and give them a section of the city or multiple sections of the city where they have to maintain this business.
Right. Right.
And
That's what
then
I
on
right.
top then on top
Hmm.
of that, show them business.
Exactly.
Show them
Exactly.
a safer way to do it because you don't want to be in the middle of North Avenue during rush hour where you could get hit.
Exactly, Charles. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Let's teach ourselves the right way, what they call it the white way, but I don't call it. I call it the right way. So that way it can put us on the right. It can put us on the right path
I
because there's
mean,
always a wrong way, right way of doing things. Go ahead.
look at it this way. And I'm not promoting drug dealers or nothing by this statement, but I'm just talking about straight truth and facts.
Yeah.
Number one, how many drug dealers can run a fucking become the CEO of a business?
On average, almost zero.
How many can run a business?
About 95% of them.
So you telling me that we're not we're not promoting and we're not giving a person a way to get the fuck out? I remember I was telling my ex, how long would it take you to curb the violence? If you brought industry back to Baltimore and you opened the job market fairly to black men, violence will be curbed almost overnight. You would see a 6 month drop. Why would I sell drugs when I'm getting great benefits and I don't have to watch the police and I'm a respectable man? It's like I said, if you do the same thing for the women, Because women to this day still want to belong to somebody.
You know what? You're the second 10 person that said that. You say women don't like being alone, which I didn't believe that, but yeah.
Women can't survive alone.
Mm.
What did I just say? Somebody put that in the chat. Women cannot survive alone. How do you know this? How many men do you know? Oh, thank you for the $30 cash app, Leon. Woo, my brother. Woo,
Woo, that's
thank
what's
you.
up.
Thank you. Woo. See, women can't survive alone. See, men have the strength, the fortitude, and the logic to live alone. Women, why do you think women have a longing to get a man?
Good point.
Our biological imperative is to seek others. Not saying we're
Hmm.
not capable of actually receiving or being with one person.
Yeah,
It's the fact of the matter is our biological imperative and the way God made us said, hey, you might have to be alone. You might have to be lonely. Because a man working his business and he's doing his thing, he's going to be alone at long periods of time.
that's true. That's true.
So when you have a lady who wants to be competitive, I'm giving them game. Get in shape. Nobody said you got to be skinny mini. If you want a bigger ass, or you got a bigger ass, guess what? Do squats.
Yeah.
You should do if you're watching a commercial, you should play your favorite 15-minute YouTube video, and when 15 minutes go up, you should have done how many squats, how many push-ups, how many sit-ups. Play a 5-minute video, use that to rest, and do it all over again with another 15-minute video. I
Mhm.
just gave you game.
Yeah.
So when you have these ladies out here who's looking for real men, I always ask the question, are you a real woman to begin with?
Mm. Good question.
The universe doesn't have a vacuum. Vacuums do not survive in nature. You wonder why. When you take on the roles of men, you become men.
That's what I said. They produce more testosterone.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And high levels of testosterone are not attractive to men.
Hell to the fuck no. They'll keep my shit soft in the motherfucker. No.
Your fucking dick will become a navel. Okay?
Yeah.
So when we look at these self-explaining truths, what are we looking? It's funny how many, like, I hate to piggyback on, brother Samuel's cast that he got going on right now, but it's true.
Mhm.
Why did so many black men leave the church? Because you're saying everything that women want to hear. You don't adhere to what the brother says. What's up, Mr.
Yeah.
Taylor? Woo! Yes, thank you, Mr. Taylor. Yes, we do want women. We just don't need them like they need us. We have all the biological imperatives to procreate. Yes. See, Mr. Taylor, put your age in the chat, please. See, I'm gonna prove something really, really valuable to you and everybody else listening. Because I get
Hmm.
a lot of my viewers always hit the playbacks. Because usually I'm the king of late nights. That's a nickname my homeboy gave me, the king of late nights. I'm gonna
Half a
prove something.
century.
He put it in there.
Yeah, he's half a century.
Half a century. Does that look like a 50-year-old man to you?
Hell no. No.
Does that look like a 50-year-old man to you? He looks like he's my age, if not younger, because he takes care of himself. He's a thinner guy. He wants to put on a little bit more muscle, what he told me. But guess what? We got that because we're gonna because we're gonna do the armed forces challenge to show you how to get bigger arms. 20 inches, motherfucker. But
Yeah.
does that look like a 50-year-old man to you? I want everybody to chat. Does that look like a 50-year-old man to you? No. Hell to the no. But guess what? When you do the opposite for women, it doesn't fall the same way, does it?
No.
So, whereas though he can literally find a 20 or 30-year-old, 27 or 30-year-old woman, have a child by them, and still be productive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when you look at these women, I'm encouraging them. What's the one thing I always said? Don't waste your fucking good years with fuckboys. See, I know what a fuckboy is because a fuckboy can be educated or not. See, fuckboy is a universal title. It transcends. It transcends education, financial, economic, racial. It transcends all that shit. A fuckboy is
Mm-hmm.
somebody who will fuck a chick, get her pregnant, and go off to the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
A fuckboy would do that. See, a grown ass man sticks with his responsibilities and makes no excuses about it. Even even to the point where he almost blames himself. And I had to learn certain things. Even with my ex, who I won't say was criticizing, but she was critiquing the Gray Falcon Initiative. I didn't even take it personal because if she read into everything verbatim and seen the research we went by, she would have comprehended it easily. She's a very intelligent lady. So I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't really read it. So I knew that. See, when you become a wiser man, whether if you get your wisdom in your 30s or 40s, 50s, you start understanding life. That's why I tell a lot of brothers out there. How many times I told brothers, learn the nature of the male and the female, and you won't be upset anymore. How long have I been saying that? For a minute, right? So once you understand that nature, you know there's no excuses. Why is it that I could go to a 50 or 60-year-old lady and say, how you doing, ma'am? And she's like, I'm fine, young man. Thank you very much. Hold the door for her and she says, thank you. Did that excuse her? Did her age excuse her for being a lady? No. But guess what? Would you trust your kids? Would you trust your kids with that older lady? You probably would. So when you look at these shows that a lot of these intelligent brothers are putting on, it's not because we're talking from a place that we have never visited. It's because we use our experience to our advantage. So, are you still there, Aqua?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
sometimes I do the same thing, Aqua. I'll be so involved with a motherfucker says, and it'd be like, damn, that's intriguing. But
Yeah.
And you got to understand something.
Yeah.
A lot of brothers need to do some things that I'm going to start this week or the next couple of days. I might even start tonight or
Mm-hmm.
even right now. A lot of brothers need to get a female friend. One they're not
Yeah.
trying to fuck,
Okay.
and actually ask some questions. I mean, an attractive female friend you're not trying to fuck, and ask some questions. Legitimately be your friend
Yeah.
and study. And they will tell. See, women will teach you some shit when you're legitimately their friends. They will never
Mm-hmm.
teach you when you're trying to pursue them.
You want to know why? It's because when you're trying to pursue them, they don't want to tell you the gang red pill because it puts them at a disadvantage. When you're not trying to pursue them,
Exactly.
it's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
And how old are you, Aqua?
I'm 32.
Exactly. You're wise before your years. Because she's not gonna put the game, which is to be sold but not told. And a lot of these brothers out here, well, what? Why can't I understand these women? Because you have not taken the time to study them. When I started getting a female friend who was attractive and had to learn, oh, all these guys are after you, and I became her friend, her legitimate friend, all this knowledge has become available for free. And she was like, why you never try to hit on me? Because I seen everybody else try it and I noticed the pattern. I'm not going to be obsessive about something that you want something else. I said, do you think I can't get attractive women? I've been around attractive women all my life, even if it took me years to realize how attractive that person really was. So when you put your perspective and the blessings that are untold into focus, you start seeing things in a new vision. What's the old saying? If you limit your sight into things you could see, you already blinded yourself to the possibility set out before you, and it's endless. It's very endless. I've always talked about perception. I've always talked about reality because we're dictated by both. No matter how much we talk, the opposite, we're dictated by both. So when women talk about why can't I find a man, it's not because you're not being, well, it's not because you're a certain size, because in the black community, we're the most forgiving bunch of men. It's because of your attitude, it's because of your disposition. Because when you show a little bit of femininity, just a tad bit more, notice how guys draw to you. It's the moth to the proverbial flame. It's a beautiful thing. Go to like a what's the sister's name? I'll think about it in a second. Go to go to a couple of these feminine ladies channels who visit. Speak to Simply Unique when she comes up.
Yeah. And China White is a prime example.
Like go to China White's channel. If you haven't subscribed to China White, please do so. Oh yeah, that's the sister's name, Rainy Woman. Subscribe to her
Mhm.
channel as well.
Yeah.
And when you see women honestly talk about subjects with nothing to hide and are feminine with it, who talk about serving their men, ah, make you want to have an orgasm on the spot.
Hey, but y'all, check this out. Cause China White told me, she get a lot of haters like a lot of female haters because of the content she gives out, because they telling her that she's a misogynist against her own gender, and whose side are you on, and you worship a man, hell no. So it's like it triggers them because they think that's bad, you know what I'm saying? So of course those women still are still in the matrix, but she also got women who actually follow her and listen to her, and they told her they got better results out of men by serving them, being feminine and submissive.
Mm.
Yeah.
But here's the question, right?
Hmm.
Does China White have a man?
Yeah, she does.
Do the ladies who are detractors, do they have men? They don't.
Hell no. And if they do, they got some simp ass blue pill betas.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hey Charles, check this out. All right, I'm gonna say two things, right? So now I'm not trying to sound racist towards our own women, but I notice every time when I in the presence of a woman of another race, I just be regular, right? But as soon as I get into a presence of an African American woman, I automatically become more masculine than I normally am, just to outmasculate her, because most of the time I can feel that masculine energy that's off for most of them, and I automatically get more masculine, more aggressive, like DMX and shit. Just the
Yeah. Like you got to tell them, like, hey, let me show you something, and they're like, want to argue. To a lot of, especially in Baltimore, you damn near want to be like, shut up, bitch. Even though you really don't want to be. Even though you really don't want to be like that. And it's crazy because they want to be in a pissing match without dicks. You ain't winning the pissing match without a dick. So a lot of this behavior is actually anticlimactic and anti-productive for them. You know what I'm saying? When you have a dog, do you become the dog's master or do you become the dog's equal? And I'm not comparing women to dogs, but it's like this. You got to show them that you're the one, you're the boss, you're the one in
and check
control.
and check this out, Charles. Even animals know that humans are the alpha species. I mean, even to a big ass elephant, he knows that this human, which I can crush with like 1 foot, he's dominant over me. They know that subconsciously.
Exactly. And they know to a certain extent that even though you're several tons bigger than me, I can develop a small bullet and put it through your ass and put you down forever.
Hmm.
Because you got to realize it is creatures' imperative to be led. There's certain things in life that a lot of black men have failed to do. It is,
Go ahead.
and this is the part. You failed to be a leader.
Yeah.
And the reason why you failed to be a leader is because you picked pussy over everything. You rather have sexual validation from something that can't even validate themselves over the fact of the matter that you're the person who's supposed to validate everything.
Okay.
You're the one who was sent to whatever religious text you believe. You're the one who discovered 99% of the shit that's on earth. A woman didn't even take the time to discover what's going on in her fucking body. Think about that. You're the ones who naming all the shit. You're the ones who created a society just for that chick and her kids to live better. So when we start worshiping pussy, not saying men shouldn't get it, not saying that. But when you make that your priority and you want to talk about, oh, do I have game? Do I have this? Game is subjective. Okay? I'm gonna give niggas the definitive answer to game. Some bitches are gonna be fucking attracted to you whether you speak or not. Sorry. Sorry. All these dudes talking this shit who be like, well, you don't need game. Guess what? Are you physically attractive enough to open the door? Do you have a little worldliness to you? Because guess what? A lot of this shit is going to fall upon experience. What do you mean? Do you have the experience to deal with shit? Let's see what Anthony Taylor said. Pussy is a priority when you lack red pill knowledge. Yes, it is. Pussy is a priority when you lack a job for a lot of these niggas. So, where was I? So, when you actually look at this shit and you stop putting shit on a pedestal and you start putting yourself to a pedestal, you hold yourself to a certain standard and you don't go below it. I can't hold a woman to a standard I cannot meet. I told you, don't ask for something that you cannot obtain yourself. That's one of the 10 commandments, man. You can't ask for Bria Miles if you're 300 pounds overweight, and the average person is not a millionaire to afford that. And by the way, you probably don't want to buy it unless you're hitting and splitting it. Oh well. You're gonna have to improve your looks. You're gonna have to improve your knowledge. You're gonna have to improve your confidence. See, a lot of these dudes out here don't want to tell the real E Hollywood story. They're not confident. You're no different than the females. You're really not confident. It's a bunch of bravado, Aqua, and chat. How can both your men and women have bravado? Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody wants to play the submissive role. Well, why should I submit? Because you're the one who says they want to be married.
Yeah.
You're the one who says you want to do this. You want me to be the protector. You want me to be the leader. Somebody's got to be the XO to the commander.
Yes, it has to. Because it has to be a yin and a yang, a positive and negative charge in the North and the South Pole.
That's why I said, see, if mothers really want a success for their women, teach your daughters not to be independent. Teach your daughters to be a good second in command.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say they need to be doormats? Did I say they got to bow down to you and say zim zim's Alabama? No. Teach your daughters to be a good teach your daughters to be a good damn second in command.
And check this out, y'all. So you know what's crazy about China White now? Like her submissions on a level I never seen before. She talking about your man is your god, he's your king, he's your master, and she's into wearing collars and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now she will go that far. I'm not saying a woman got to go that far, but when you're least submissive, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? You will.
You cut off. Oh, you still there? You cut off us.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. So I'm saying, so when a woman is submissive and feminine to her man, it makes him lead. That means you're bringing more to the table than your pussy. I told China White in the live stream, I said, listen, China White got so much more to bring than just her vagina because her femininity is so powerful. Like, it's like the man will forget about having sex with her. I'm like, wow, look what she brings to the table. This type of woman that will actually enhance my life. So when a woman acts that way, you will actually be worth something to a man, especially a man who's a high value man. You'll just be more than just a piece of ass.
Hell, you might even become a high value man because you have a woman like that in your corner.
Woo, nigga, what? Nigga.
Yeah, y'all not understanding this game I'm giving right now. See,
no, Charles, it's not called game, it's called strategy because people don't like that word game.
Well, even in the game, you got to use strategy. See, I'm gonna say this. I said it once, and I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
Too many black men are trying to master checkers when the world around you is playing chess. And then the elite
Exactly.
motherfuckers are fucking mastering risk. If you want to become an elite man, two games you need to fucking realize. You need to learn how to play chess and you need to learn how to play risk. They have a game on it on your iPads and your phones. I play it all the time. If you ever had to play Risk, even the computerized version, it will take you somewhere between 3 hours to 24 hours to complete the game. And I like to complete the game till I dominate the world. And
Mm.
guess what? You have to learn how to take a couple of L's in order to gain more later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But y'all don't hear me though. If y'all in the chat, give me a goddamn woo. Woo if you hear me.
And you
Because
know
right,
what?
go ahead.
Oh, I mean, so no, I was saying.
Oh, you cut off again.
Oh, I was saying you should take the L's because and embrace the L's because that's what makes you better. See, it's not really a loss; it's called learning. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you take that L/learning, it shows you what not to do the next time, so you become better and better and better. Because when you think you win all the time and you think you perfect, you won't make yourself improve, or you won't try to improve because you think that you don't need to improve. So embrace the losses.
Mm-hmm. I like to quote Doctor Doom, the Marvel supervillain. I don't know losses, I only know setbacks.
Mm. And that's deep. That's
Mm-hmm.
deep. That's real deep.
Mm-hmm. Be the
Yeah.
man who only knows setbacks. When you keep coming out into the world and saying, "Well, I don't understand these women," understand yourself first. Because when you understand yourself, you create a barrier, and that barrier is so beautiful to the point where you'll actually go out into the world and say, "Hey, this is not what I'm looking for," or "She only wants me for sex." Okay, I know that I can't be with this woman for an in-depth relationship, but if she's going to offer sex, I better protect myself.
Yeah.
Understand the rules of engagement and go about it accordingly.
Hmm. Yeah.
See, that's the point that people don't understand. They don't want to know the rules of engagement and go about it accordingly.
Yeah.
And once you go about your situation accordingly, and once you establish yourself as a game master or as a
Hmm.
strategist, you can play that. You can bend the rules. You don't have to break them, but you can bend them to your will.
Hmm. Definitely.
When I
Definitely.
used to wrestle, oh, you can't have the leg bit a certain. You can't have the leg bit for 5 minutes. I mean 5 seconds. Okay, one Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, four Mississippi. Let go.
You an asshole, Chuck.
Did I break the rules? No, but I took advantage of the rule that you gave me. Guess what?
Hmm.
I go right back to that leg and do it again. Guess what? Well, we have to stand up. His leg is too damn numb to stand on, so he's easy to take down. Or if he's down, I've took control of the situation already. Like he's done.
And you know what? That was a real good strategy. That's real good strategy.
Like if you gave me the rule and I know I can bend it, oh, you can't do this for 5 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna work with his leg like a fucking mechanic.
Hmm.
You need your legs to stand up. So if you can't stand, you can't get away. You can't take me down. I took away 90% of your fucking offense, if not 99.
Damn.
So why can't a lot of these brothers do the same thing for women? Well, she only wants me for sex. Then that means she ain't wife material.
Exactly. Because she has no worth besides pussy. You can get that almost if any woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not special. What's special is something that you can't find as easily. You know what I mean? And that's what you make a rare jewel. That's what you value.
I
Duh.
mean, for all you Star Wars fans, what was the executive order that was given out? Executive order, what was it, 66, I think, to kill all the Jedi? You know why it was so easy to kill these fucking Jedi? Basically, they're fucking telekinetic fucking samurai. If you really want to break down the Jedi,
Mhm.
do you know why it was so easy to kill some of the most dangerous people of fucking in the universe at that in the Star Wars universe?
Why is that?
Because they never thought it could happen to them. They were too comfortable. They became sedimentary in their fucking beliefs.
Mm.
Think about that. Oh, these clones are always going to obey us. Did they really obey you, or did somebody allow them to obey you? I want you to think about that for a second.
Mm. Mm. Dang. Good point. Real good point. Oh, Charles went on mute.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Think about that shit. Did
Yeah.
were they really under your orders, or were they under the orders of someone larger than you? See, a
Yeah.
lot of brothers don't ever put that in perspective. Are the women acting funny towards you or towards the greater?
Mm.
See, let's break that shit down a little bit further. Are women acting fucked up in today's society because they're allowed, or is it because of their true nature?
You know what? Hold on. Let me try to answer that. I'm gonna say 60-40. I'm gonna say 60% because we let them, and 40% because of their nature. I could be wrong. I don't know.
See, women are always going to be subject to the environment. And the professor Cerulean Gray, shout out to Cerulean, always states this. Men conquer the environment. See, we're not held to the environment like women.
Uh,
So when you get a woman in her environment, such as COVID, which we're currently
yeah,
under a pandemic type environment, because the world hasn't seen a pandemic like this since what, maybe Spanish flu?
yeah.
Even swine flu hasn't been as bad. Nowhere near.
Hell no.
Last time I could really think is Spanish flu. I mean, I wish BGS was here now so he could correct me if I'm wrong. But
Yeah.
last time I checked, I can't even buy fucking groceries without having a fucking mask on my face. And I didn't have to do that during swine flu.
Right.
H1N1. I
Right.
mean, so when they're affected by the environment, women will always conform.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
So
And if you
now,
notice, and if you
so,
notice, Charles, like as soon as as soon as we shut down, a lot of men saying they was getting hit up by women they ain't talked to in a long time. I
I
wonder
know I
why.
did. I know I did.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, big kid, you know why? Because because they're used to being comfortable and they never experienced stuff like this before. So they natural instincts kicked in subconsciously. Oh my God, I gotta find me a man to protect me. So that's why they did that shit.
And
Mm-hmm.
now you see why I used the Star Wars reference.
Mm-hmm.
They became too comfortable in their own hubris to realize when you're at your height, you may be at your most powerful, but you're also at your most vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If I put kryptonite around Superman while he's in flight, may not be a good happy ending.
Hell no.
So when you're at your most hubris, or you think you're the most independent, you find out how fleeting that independence is,
Mm-hmm.
especially during times of need. Hello, hey big head. I just wanted to check up on you. Are you married? See, women think they're slick because they'll ask you, "Are you in a
Yeah.
relationship?" They'll
Yeah.
try to get the 411 off of your ass so quick.
Mm-hmm.
They'll try to get that
Yeah.
shit so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey big head. No,
And then some
no. Oh,
and then some men will fall for that shit. Oh my god, she hit me back after 1 year of not hearing from her. This my chance. That's a blue pill, man. Red pill man be like, hold up. Why shit up over like, you know what? I ain't gonna reply to that shit. Fuck that. And then and
matter of fact,
if she wants some shelter, she gotta suck a whole lot of dick. Go ahead.
well, guess what? I tell a lot of men you should reply, and these are my demands.
Mm-hmm.
But what about my demands? Sorry, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Exactly. Ain't no bullshit. Yeah.
Because when a woman wants to choose me after she got out of a relationship, I'm like, it depended on how long you got out this relationship ago. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a little. Y'all don't mind if I tell you a little bit of the Faulkner history, right?
Go ahead.
About
Go
the
ahead.
Faulkner man.
Yeah, do your thing.
Hold up, I gotta take a puff of this motherfucker. This Ashton is hitting. Woo! Ah, shit, good. Let me give you a little history. See, I could tell when one of my ex girlfriends break up or one of my former female friends break up with somebody because I will not hear from them for a year, maybe two, for a couple of months. We could even still be Facebook friends. But once they get out of a relationship, they looking for Charlie Good Dick for some odd reason. Hey, big head, what you doing? I'm chilling. What you doing? Playing the game? What do you want? I guess I'm actually saying what you wanted in a very competitive situation because hey, I'm like this. You can't borrow money from me because I'm gonna tell you no,
Right.
unless you one of them people I know who's gonna pay it back.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I'm bored. You always bored. Hell, you're even
Uh-huh.
boring. So what's the fucking truth? I said, okay, let's spit it out. I was a little bored. I seen if you wanted to come over, if I could come over there. Sure, why not? Do me a favor, bring 2 bottles and some food.
My nigga. Bullshit.
And they bring 2 bottles and some food. If they don't bring food, they'll go in my freezer and start cooking.
Big bullshit.
You got to make your demands early. Because
Yes.
guess what? I may not be in the mood to be fucking. I may be dead tired from work. But guess
Well,
what? You
well,
want to fuck. You want to
well,
fuck. Huh?
hold on, John, we got you off. But that don't mean she can't get on top and ride you. But go ahead.
Exactly. And that's what she's gonna do. And then I love it because they'll clean up the room. They'll clean
Yeah.
the bathroom. They'll do whatever. See, women when they're in desperation, in 2 times they'll do shit for you, and y'all don't live together. Women will clean up and cook for you out of 2 times when they're desperate and they need you, or when they really want to show you their wifely skills. See, they want to show that. Nah, I'm a competitive woman. Excuse me. So when Shorty brought the 2 bottles and the liquor and all this shit, there are times I can tell what she's in for because she'll put on a movie, go to Netflix, or she'll just skim me down butt naked. I had a chick come off of work. She's a police officer, but I ain't gonna name names because we don't snitch in Baltimore.
This nigga stupid.
I ain't naming names. We ain't snitching.
Yeah.
She was so fucking horny because I lived not that far from where Juvenile Bookings was, and she came over. I turned around. She was butt naked, bent over.
Oh shit. All right.
This was actually during a BGS Coliseum program.
Ain't that a
I was like,
motherfucker?
excuse me, folks, I got to mute myself, sir.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
see, a lot of these guys don't understand females on not even a surface level. Just, just, just be comfortable. And all you got to do is say, like, look, during COVID, I swear to God, this is a time where if you guys are looking for pussy or just looking for just to go out and chill with a female, this is the easiest fucking time ever.
Yes, it is. Even dating coaches said that. Like, yes, it is real easy, even for guys who don't got no game. You know what I'm saying? Who's scared? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got your own place, my nigga. I got my own place, nigga. And you by yourself, nigga. You in there, homie?
Mm-hmm. You know how many? I have so many X's. I got O's.
Damn.
Man, man, I'm gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't.
Uh,
Oh, all you gotta do, especially plenty of fish, it's almost like fucking cheating. Like there are some chicks who I can personally say, yo, a lot of these dudes, all you gotta do is get your shit right and start being a very, very charismatic man. Just be chills. Even if you're not charismatic, just chill.
hey, Charles, question. Can you give a couple of basic steps or tips on how to be charismatic? I mean, just on the basic level.
Level, go to YouTube and watch a Ric Flair video when he does a promo. But no, just one thing you can do about being charismatic is travel. Be the guy who always had the interesting stories. Be the guy always willing to learn. Because a woman loves a man who she looks up to, who she can learn from.
Exactly.
Be
Exactly.
the guy who I didn't know you could do this. You didn't ask.
Mhm.
And that's one of the my ex who's promoted to sergeant now, all intents and purposes, we weren't in an official relationship, but kind of sort of, duh, we kind of were. But she used to marvel at me being in the gym. And she works out like a motherfucker. But she was like, I'm not used to seeing another man in there that fucking powerful. And marvel, like, how did you get that fucking strong? I pick things up and I put them down. That's why. Like one of the times she came from Owings
Yeah.
Mills to Lake Clifton
Yeah.
to watch me work out the wrestlers, and one of the lightweights was bench pressing his. He was about 110 bench pressing 135, which is pretty good for his size because he's a lightweight. So
Hmm.
instead of going by 10, he tried to impress other boys by going more. So he was about to drop the weight on his chest, so I caught it. And the other assistant coach was like, "Yo, Charles, can you still curl it?" I said, "Let's see." So I start curling the 135, and she's like,
Yeah.
and she's just staring. And she came over to me like, "Damn, I never seen a guy do that in person." So it was like a marvel. And become a more studious man, become an intellectual. She even
Yes.
she even
Yes.
said, "Your intelligence is so attractive."
Ooh, women love intelligence, nigga.
So when people talk about this Pookie and Ray Ray shit, it's not necessarily true. See, Pookie and Ray Ray does not mean idiot.
Right. Not
If you
necessarily. Right.
if you could make crack, what can you basically do? You're a chemist. You're a low budget chemist. Think about
Hmm.
that. If you can make crack, you pretty much can make money. Think
Yeah.
about it. If you could talk about one thing, even me and my ex do now. We'll talk about the stories and drawings that we make for each that we made. Fan
Mm-hmm.
fiction and shit like this. I know it sounds a little nerdy, but guess what? Nerds get played too. When
Yeah.
you're able to create and draw and learn how to make natural hair and natural shit like that, and able to do something that intrigues a chick, be intriguing. Be a little bit mysterious. Get your dress game up. Guess what? K and G is only down what? What is K and G? One of the closest ones is in what? Rosedale,
Mm-hmm.
right by the Walmart. Go to K and G and just look up some suits and shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be $1 million or thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands. Just get a $200 suit, get it tailored to you.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, buddy? It's my son. He's bored.
Yeah.
But be one of those guys who can dress well,
Mm-hmm.
know how to put a suit together. Because one suit you could put like 15 different shirts to it and it looks different. Learn how
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to turn a necktie into a bow tie, which is very easy, by the way. They have plenty of channels on there. Y'all should put this type. Somebody type this in the channel. How to turn a necktie into a bow tie, and guess
Hold
what?
on.
That would
Hold on. Let me look that up. Damn, I never knew that. I never knew that. See, I learned something. How
and
to turn a necktie to a bow tie. Okay.
how many videos pop up?
Uh, goddamn, a whole bunch,
And it changes your wardrobe.
nigga. Okay.
Learn how to match a vest. If you don't feel like wearing the top or the sports coat, learn how to match a vest to your trousers.
Mm.
And because it's summertime, you know what's another slick thing that women love? When you're wearing your vest with the matching trousers and you got your bow tie that you tied from a necktie, roll up your
Mm-hmm.
sleeves and just sit there with some nice little frame sunglasses,
Mm-hmm.
and then just be out there in one of those nice little frame sunglasses. It could be $20, $30 pairs of glasses. Make sure they match the suit and the shirt or the tie. Sit there with a cigar and some nice drink at a little outdoor restaurant.
Mm.
And just have a lady and say hello. Would you mind joining me for a drink? It's on me.
Simple as shit. You know what, Charles? Like the stuff you just said, that's just the simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like it don't take a special person or rocket science to get that done. Like for example, what I say is like some guys feel like they're not a Chad or a Tyrone that they that get girls, whatever, even though they know girls are attracted to guys on how they act as well. But anyway, I said, listen, man, if you go to the gym, work out, well, do it for yourself for one. That's
Mhm.
healthy. Plus, it'll get your body looking right. Two, if you keep yourself well groomed, if you keep your shoes looking nice, if you keep your wardrobe looking nice, like say if you buy some t-shirts, like color t-shirts, if they get one out, throw them out and buy some new ones. Keep your stuff fresh. You know what I'm saying? Keep your stuff
Mhm.
fresh. And also when you go out and right with women, learn how to just talk regular and interact with them and don't be all overthinking and be timid. Just be calm, cool, and collect. That's not rocket science. That's simple shit. See, just those small little tweaks can get you big results, Charles. Just small little tweaks, man.
Mhm. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a lifestyle coach, but I will tell you one thing. A woman is very intrigued by a man with a little bit of confidence, a little bit of season to him.
Hmm.
Go out and see, go out and travel sometimes. That's the one thing I can say about the Baltimorean black male. A lot of niggas don't travel.
Yeah,
A lot of niggas don't travel. The
yeah.
women will travel like a motherfucker, but the men will be like, yo, I remember one of my exes. She didn't have a passport till she met me. She didn't go
Mm,
outside the United States till she met me.
mm.
I've traveled before I was in the army. Okay.
Oh shit! Ain't that some shit?
I was wrestling. Think about it. Imagine sitting down with a couple of nice ladies just shooting the breeze, not even trying to do shit, and be like, hey, you just open up the conversation. I remember when I was 15, 16 years old, wrestling freestyle, one of the Olympic styles in Germany, and won a bronze medal.
Mm.
Really? Tell me more. Be a little charismatic. Hey, look at Ric Flair. Sometimes you gotta be. And here's another big thing: have a sense of humor. Okay, Peanut,
Yes.
20 push-ups, go. Hey, even my son got to do push-ups. Go. You want to use those? Use the. All right, 20 push-ups, abs tight, but body straight. Go. Ah, there we go. We do physical fitness over here. God damn it! I
Yeah.
can't hear you. There you go. Have a sense of humor. A little bit lower. There you go. So, have a sense of humor. Be able to laugh at yourself is another key thing.
Yeah.
Be able to tell, but you can tell a slightly embarrassing story of yourself. I'm not saying be a complete buffoon, but you
Mhm.
can tell a little embarrassing story about yourself. It makes women laugh, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's nice to be around."
Right. Because you're fun and you're not too serious. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And then it makes them it puts them at a level of comfort when they're around you is because you're not too serious.
of course, but
Yeah.
be able to know how to talk about business, take care of business, and what's funny is this: never be afraid to step out there. The worst she could say is no.
That's it. Even if she said it in Nancy way, like ew, no, that's cool, thank you, because you'll rather her tell you no in a nasty way versus her saying yeah, sure. Whole time she's using you for your non-sexual attention, and she
Exactly.
might trick you out of money. I mean, that's if you're not careful, or that's if you're a simp. So yeah, so that's it.
And this is the one rule I have over simps. You have to
Hmm.
buy her something for her to pay attention to you. I don't have to do a goddamn thing except be me.
No, no, actually, Charles, you don't gotta buy the product, nigga. You are the product. Pause.
Exactly. The product. I'm the whole goddamn international company.
See,
Shit.
there it is. I don't gotta buy it. I'm in that. So that means come get me, baby. Don't get
Hmm.
what I got you. Come get this. Talk to him, man.
Sometimes you gotta talk and never be afraid to talk a little shit. See, women love shit talkers, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
A style and a profiler, a lover and a
Yeah.
fighter, a shit
Mm-hmm.
talker, and damn sure a dirty walker. Talk your
Mm-hmm.
shit sometimes. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you know. Because women always know who they're gonna give attention to within the first 5, 10 minutes of interacting with them.
Exactly.
Five, hell, 5, 10 seconds. Like
Exactly.
if she's into you, it's not gonna take much. Like, okay, this guy's cool. He's funny, he's this. He's doing. Can I carry a conversation and then leave your presence and you still enamored about me? That's
Mm.
and then I could come back to you.
Right.
Unless we're vibing so hard, I might just be like, hey, let's continue the conversation. Well, I want you to come to my house because of this. Okay, cool.
What a bang. All right. Shit.
Well, what are you doing? I want you to come visit me at the. You want to go sit at the park? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had an
Mm-hmm.
invitation. I had an invitation today to meet with a chick at her house. She's gonna cook breakfast. Shit, I overslept. You think I'm worried about it? No,
Yeah,
because
Charles, because you missed the breakfast. It's like, no.
I said she'll cook breakfast with me another day. How do I know it? It's not the first time she did it.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'll catch up to you when I catch up to you.
Already.
And here's another game point. Never be overly too available. Respect your
Yes,
time as
yes,
well.
yes, yes. Because when you, how can I break this down? When you overly too available, and then you give her easy access to you, she's not going to value your time as much. All she got to do is say, you know what? Let me go and see Charles. Let me go see Aqua Dragon. He'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she
Mhm.
won't get a chance to miss you. But when you don't give her too much availability, you know what I'm saying, because you busy doing your purpose, she be like, damn, she not used to that. She be like, damn, I really like him, but I only see him once a week, once every 2 weeks. And then when she do see you, she's gonna make every moment count because you ain't give it to her every day. You see what I'm saying? So it's not boring. It's more like brand new. It's more fresh. Dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mhm. I rather in the 48 Laws of Power it says I'd rather have someone say, "Oh man, I haven't seen you in a while," than for them to say, "Damn, you back again?"
Exactly. Talk to him, Charles. Talk to him, Sir Charles. Damn.
You always gotta treat yourself accordingly. Treat
Mm-hmm.
yourself accordingly. Treat yourself
Yeah.
like you got some goddamn value for once in your life.
Always
Well,
love yourself more.
yeah, like I could put a woman on a pedestal, but guess what? I'm gonna be on the castle top.
Oh, Nick, what? Nigga. And check this out, y'all. See, don't make her your purpose. Make yourself your purpose because that way she's always in competition with something, which is your purpose. And she's always got something to work for, something to prove. And that will make it more challenging. Women love challenges. It'll make it more fun. And then she will really see you as some, wow, yeah, like he's that nigga or he's that type of nigga versus like wait a minute, I am his purpose, he's not challenging for me, or whatever, I'm the shit. And then her hair will get big and then she'll be like Laura because she got a Steve Urkel bigging her up all the time because she feel like she's Queen Elizabeth. Nah, nigga, fuck that, nigga. Erase that Laura and keep your Myra. Have her chasing you. Have her worshiping you, nigga. Chasing your shit, nigga. It's better that way, nigga. Preach. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why people will look at me and be like, "Oh, you got all these anime characters, you got all this shit." But guess what? How many people like them? Because the first thing people say, "Oh shit, that nigga got Kakashi up that motherfucker." Like, fuck yeah, I love Kakashi. Love my man
Mm-hmm.
Panther. There you go. Bow. Bow. Got my man up in there. See, see, a lot of people just don't like to express who they are. This is my expression of who I am. A lot of chicks know me to be a lifelong comic book fan of paraphernalia, posters, action figures, statues. I got them all over my goddamn house. But
Mm-hmm.
how many of these females I've dated added to the collection because they were down for my program? When I spoke about it, they become intrigued. For example, if I tell a female I'm a comic book fan and I draw, I write, sometimes I collect, I go to the conventions with my son. Oh, for real? Tell me what's your favorite character? Why do you like your favorite character? I love Superman. Why? Well, isn't Superman boring? No, he isn't. Superman is like, I broke it down to a female one time and she was so intrigued. I said, Superman is this. If you had the abilities of Superman, that shows how much love you have for yourself and other people if you choose to help them and not rule them with that much power. She was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. Tell me more. And here's another thing that helps men use a thesaurus sometimes. Learn words that you commonly say, but also become a little bit more intellectual with it. See, there's a dichotomy between being a hood nigga and being a cool nigga because the cool nigga can use words and make it smooth. Make those words your words. Slow down and speak. Don't try to give anybody a dissertation. Give somebody a little bit of education, a little bit of introduction. Be calm in your status. You should be so your resolve should be so strong that nobody disturbs your peace. But y'all don't hear me though. Somebody hit those likes in it. Somebody hit them goddamn likes, man. Somebody donate. Somebody hit the likes and donate. Shit. We cooking over here, man. Shit. Don't let me get up in this dating game shit. You know what also another people need to do also, Aqua? A man should learn how to cook multiple dishes. Yes, your woman should know how to cook, but when you do it, it's intriguing. Third bites. Man, I tell you, man. Shoot. But just in case, I just wanted to run my mouth a little bit. Might come back later tonight. Let me know if you do. If y'all want me to come back later tonight, hit me on my email or my Facebook Messenger, Charles L. Faulkner Jr. Hey, Aqua, you got any last words?
I'm gonna say this is a real good live stream. You definitely dropped some jewels. Now, all brothers gotta do is put them jewels in their treasure chest and store them in their treasure chest, so they can have number treasure of knowledge. And also I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be talking about well actually it's 11 o'clock Eastern time. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm going to be live in 15 minutes. I'm going to be talking about freeing your mind. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of times we don't do things because of doubt and fear, but when you free your mind and let that shit go, you'll be surprised what you can accomplish in life. So
Of
that's going to be talking
course.
about my live tonight.
Of course.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop my link.
Look, please do. And if you're not subscribed to Aqua Dragon 88, please do. Fellow Baltimorean. See, this was a good introduction to like this is damn near the gateway drug to his live stream coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you brothers will migrate from my stream to his, give him some love, give him some likes, give him some subscribes, hell, even donate if you can.
Yeah.
And because here we're not afraid of everybody growing because we're not afraid if everybody gets a piece of the pie because everybody can eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say this: hey, be the best version of you every day and strive to style and profile. There should be no reason that you should be afraid of anything. And ladies, once again, there's nothing in this world that excuse you from being a lady. There's nothing in this world. There's no environment. There's no culture that excuses you from being the best possible lady, the best possible wife, the best possible girlfriend, the best possible mother in the world. Woo! God bless.
Woo!
And we're out.
Peace.
Peace.